What's going on, Nerd Army? It is time, guys, once again for another Nerd Logic podcast. So this is going to be Nerd Logic Podcast, episode number 10. I am joined by the man, the myth, the legend, the Knight.
Oh,
so,
stop.
so go ahead and introduce yourself, Knight. Say what's up to everybody and tell us about your channel.
What's going on to all my fellow crime fighters and Nerd Army out there? So, like I said, this is the Knight. If you aren't familiar with my channel, I do reactions, monologues, movie reviews. I'm just one big nerd out there. I do everything. And like I said, I'm so glad to be here with my buddy Andrew here on the Nerds Mirage channel. Actually, this is my first any type of podcast, appearance, show, anything. So he has just taken my podcast virginity. Thank you for that, Andrew. So yeah, it's an honor to be here, man. Thanks for having me.
No problem, dude. I mean, it's a pleasure to have you. Now, if you guys don't know, we do have a Reactors League, and the Knight is the godfather, the supremo. He's the big dog on campus. He actually pulled us all together, and he started bringing us all together, and it's been an awesome experience. I met some great people, including this guy. So,
likewise.
Guys, yeah, it's been cool. Met a lot of really cool friends out of the league. And some awesome people that I'm hoping to have more of them on my podcast. So, yeah, you heard me freaking Chainsaw Reacts.
Yeah, they should. We'll talk about that, man. You're next. You need to be on him.
All right, so today we're going to talk about a few different subjects. Like always, guys, I will lay out all the subjects we're going to talk about. And if you don't want to listen to a certain one, go ahead and skip it. Go down to the description down below, and I will have the timestamps for each one of them. As always, my guest, the Knight, I will have his information and his channel's information down in the description down below. So go on over to his channel, check it out, and give him your sub, show him the love, tell him Nerds Mirage sent you, and say, I heard you on the podcast. Alright, so the first thing we're going to talk about today is the fact that Kevin Feige and others have announced that the Avengers will be changing rosters after Infinity War. So, Infinity War is the end of the current Avengers run. We'll talk about that a little bit more. And the next thing we're going to talk about, something I want to talk about with the Knight, because he slightly resembles Mr. Will Smith. We are going to talk about the new Men in Black trilogy that is being planned without Senor Smith. Yeah.
That's good for all of us.
And the next thing we'll talk about, guys, is we're going to touch on Tom Hardy possibly being Wolverine, or at least Hugh Jackman suggesting that he be Wolverine. We'll get into that a little bit as well. Speaking of the Knight, we were going to talk about Batman v Superman, and it got its rating of a PG-13, and we're going to give our thoughts on that and tell you guys why we think that happened.
Yeah.
And then the last thing we're going to talk about, we're going to touch on Star Wars Episode 7. It is being said that it's possibly going to be the greatest Star Wars movie ever made. That's a big claim, but we'll get into that, guys. So let's start off from the top. The Avengers, according to Kevin Feige and others, the Avengers will be ending, and the current roster will be disbanding, or certain ones will be staying. We don't know yet. After Infinity War, what are your thoughts on that, Knight?
I'm very concerned, actually. Because we've literally grown to love and know these main and set characters in this roster of this, first phase of universes. And there's such a core and staple to that universe. So once we actually lose them, some of them I'm fine with being without. Sure. Hawkeye. All right, cool.
I was waiting for Hawkeye.
Hawkeye, sure. I don't know. It's just Captain America I'm fine with if they do. To be honest, my biggest takeaway, my biggest hurt and regret would be once Iron Man leaves and Robert Downey, I'm going to be just devastated.
You and me both.
Yeah, it's that would really be like, oh, that really sucks, because he literally is the glue to all of this. And it's like, it started with him. So once you lose that, it's like, damn, that was the whole thing about it,
well, here's my thoughts on that. If Robert Downey Jr. leaves as Iron Man, who's going to make all the villains? He's the one who creates all the bad guys.
He does. Who are they gonna fight right now?
They're going to go fight fluffy bunnies in the rain.
Yeah, no. Well, Thor's gonna find a fucking. I forgot. I don't know. Who was there? I'm like, Jesus. Unless they do another mind control thing and they have to fight each other. You know, like,
well, now, what if we lose? Let's say, I mean, we're obviously not going to lose Falcon, and we're not going to lose Winter Soldier because he's probably going to take over for Cap.
Probably.
Sebastian Stan still has 6 movies that he's contracted for, and 1, 2, 3 are coming up.
Yep.
So we still got 3 after that. So he's going to be there for a little while. I don't know in what aspect, but he's going to be there.
Yeah. I mean, I'm out of the 2 so far because I'm also excited. The new batch, there's only a small select few I'm excited for. Winter Soldier, I'll take. He's a good addition. Cool. You know, I have no problem with him. Falcon, I can really do without. I'm not a huge fan of Falcon. Like, every time he's there, I'm like, all right, he's there, I guess. Like, to me, his best part throughout the movie so far has still been an Ant-Man. I'm like, that was his best part of all the movies, I feel. I'm like, oh, awesome. Ant-Man, I'm very excited for. Vision, I'm completely excited for. Who else do we have? Spider-Man.
That's the new addition. So
I was never a Spider-Man fan, so I'm not really. Oh my God, Spider-Man! Yes.
Spidey.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not. No, I'm not. I was never a Spidey guy like that. He always annoyed me. I'm like, oh, you little. I can't. But I'm curious to see how they portray him.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of really in the middle, but the main core, I'm definitely not happy about losing, I would say.
Now, what about Hulk? Do you think we're going to lose Hulk?
I don't, because he's not one of those characters that you can just go and establish on their own, at least right now. And right now, his biggest strength and how they played him up in the movies, in the universe, has been on that, ensemble piece. So if you lose him, especially how Ultron ended, with him just kind of, going off, we need to know what the hell happened. So you can't just completely, he's gone, we'll decide to bring him back somewhere in Infinity War or something like that, possibly.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing, when they originally intended for him to show back up in Civil War, then we had all the Red Hulk versus Green Hulk fucking rumors because General Ross is going to be in Civil War.
Yep.
And then all that shit fell apart because now the Hulk got written out of Civil War. Yeah. And I mean, I don't think it's a bad thing that he was written out of Civil War because, to be honest, any team that has the Hulk wins that fight.
Yeah. That's essentially.
I mean, the Hulk can eat Captain America, shit him out, and continue on. No one could stand toe to toe with him. One person I would like to see brought into the Marvel Universe. I know we're getting Miss Marvel. She'll be someone that can fight the Hulk. Possibly. Not strong.
Panther.
Black Panther.
I'm excited for him. Yes.
Yeah, Black Panther's going to be cool. Doctor Strange.
Oh, yeah.
Doctor Strange can banish that fool to a different universe and just be poof.
Yep.
But the storyline that everyone wants to see with the Hulk is World War Hulk.
Yeah.
But Marvel's gone on record saying they are not going to be doing a World War Hulk.
Oh, yeah, the Planet Hulk thing?
Planet Hulk, Planet Hulk, World War Hulk, a couple different storylines have been pushed, but Planet Hulk's been a big one too. They said it's not happening. It's not going to happen. And, I mean, it would be cool, but at the same time, it'd be an entire movie of CG fights.
Yeah.
Because they're all crazy, big-ass aliens.
Mm.
But one thing I could see that happening, if they were to do something of that sort, maybe not a Planet Hulk movie, but have the Guardians go into an arena where all these people are fighting and see the Hulk brawling with Beta Ray Bill or another version of like Thor or something. That would be awesome. Because then we'd introduce him
Guardians.
And another one. I mean, I'm thinking the Guardians will be the first people to run into him. If he's going into space, that's what's going down.
Yeah.
I really think they're going to run into him first. They still haven't announced or confirmed anything yet. We don't know where the fuck the Hulk is at.
Yeah. He just flew off and shit. I'm like, oh, well, okay, bye.
Yeah, we'll see you later.
Yeah, right? Me, I guess. I don't know.
But I mean,
and they're also doing I forgot Inhumans.
Yeah, we're gonna get Black Bolt. We're gonna get Medusa.
We're still saying Vin Diesel has been teasing about Black Bolt a lot.
He wants to be Black Bolt so bad, and he keeps dropping all these Inhuman pics of himself. Yeah. I mean, to be honest, he looks like Black Bolt. You put him in the tights, he will look just like the comic book character. You
put him in the tights, he's gonna look like one swole, bare-gutted person in superhero tights, and a lot of grunting and a lot of stuntmen and action sequences.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Everyone always says, like, people's biggest complaint about Vin Diesel actually being Black Bolt is that, he's already a Marvel character. What people don't understand...
It was Captain America.
Well, I mean, yeah, that too, but I'm saying in the same universe, people don't understand that Black Bolt doesn't talk.
Yeah.
Black Bolt's power is if he talks, he fucking destroys shit.
Yeah.
Like, when he yells, he will take out part of a freaking planet. He will knock the hell out of everybody.
Exactly.
It's like, who's that? The Hulk? Who the hell's the Hulk?
Yeah.
Black Bolt just shit all over that guy.
Exactly. All Vin Diesel does is grunt any damn way, so why not?
I mean, and he could keep... I mean, you'll never have to worry about him ever saying, I am Groot as Black Bolt, because he can't really talk.
Exactly.
He needs to stay quiet and just grunt a lot.
Yeah, he does it anyway. Why not? Just be yourself.
Now, what do you think about bringing the characters from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., besides Coulson, to the Marvel Universe in the movies? Like, now we've got Skye. She's Quake, basically. She has her Quake powers. She's an Inhuman. Do you think they'll bring the smaller Inhuman characters from the show to the movie?
I don't know, 'cause I've seen that they have a few Inhumans now that are trying to come up.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily know if those particular characters will cross over, because that's the thing even with DC. Like, once you have your TV universe, I guess you want to call it, they don't necessarily translate that or bring that over to the film. I honestly think Coulson is the only one to legitimately be in both forms of a comic book, form.
Yeah, I mean, they're obviously connected. They talk about them in every movie, and every episode of the show mentions something from the TV or the movie universe.
And Fury, he was in there too.
Yeah, Fury was there. Jamie Alexander's Lady Sif has been in there a couple times.
That's true.
So, I mean, I think it's possible. I don't think it's very likely. I think the only big characters from the movies that we'll be able to ever see on the TV, besides like Fury and stuff like that, but superhero-wise, Hawkeye, Black Widow, possibly. Probably not Black Widow, because she costs too damn much.
Not now. She's too big now.
Yeah. But we could possibly get Paul Rudd.
Yeah.
I mean, Paul Rudd does movie cameos and TV cameos all the time.
Yeah, he does. That would be awesome. And he's completely open to doing that, too.
Yeah. I mean, I know we're never going to get Hank Pym. We're never going to get Michael Douglas to do it. He's too damn big.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's the thing. Like, maybe, possibly his daughter. Maybe we get Janet, or we get Hope in there. We get freaking Wasp in there.
We can get Wasp.
I mean, that would be possible. But again, if you bring Ant-Man or Wasp in there, that's a whole lot of your budget to CGI.
Yeah.
To make it
a whole lot
big and small.
Yeah. Unless they bring him in as just like literally show your face, see a few lines, maybe provide some intel on whatever that they're working on, and then just be gone.
Just stand there in the suit and look pretty.
Exactly. Carry the suit. Don't shrink. Just talk, inform us, and then run off somewhere and be like, oh, Ant-Man just did this or something.
Okay, well, with this whole talk of everything ending for the Marvel Universe, or at least this phase of the Marvel Universe dropping all the main characters, it has also been announced by Kevin Feige and others that Captain America Civil War will be the final individual Captain America movie with Chris Evans. What are your thoughts on that one?
I'm okay with it. Actually, I feel like as far as Chris Evans and Captain America both, like, we've gotten what we needed to out of them. As I said in the beginning, my thoughts with the original cast, we've literally seen this character grow. Like, in Captain America, the first Captain America movie. I was like, all right, he's there. Okay, cool. The Avengers. All right, he's still just kind of there. Sure. He kind of did a little something. And then Winter Soldier was like, holy shit. And then Age of Ultron, he was like, all right, cool. Like, Captain America, here we go. So now, when it comes full circle with Civil War, I initially really want them, if this was the end and he doesn't show up in Infinity War or anything like that, if Civil War ends how the comic book Civil War ends, without getting into spoilers territory, I'd be completely fine with that, to be honest. You know, because I feel like that character has been done justice. And he's did his part, and we can kind of move on, in a sense.
I agree. I mean, it's okay. I'm not totally against Chris Evans leaving, because we do have Sebastian Stan, which, if you guys don't know, spoiler warning, for the next 30 seconds, skip it and catch up with this. But Captain America gets killed in the comics, but doesn't truly die. And Sebastian Stan's character, Bucky Barnes, takes over as Cap.
Yeah.
Spoiler warning over, guys.
Yeah, because they always got to come back, so it's like
they all come back.
Yeah.
But at that time, Cap becomes more of just Steve Rogers, the S.H.I.E.L.D. agent, for a long time, and works more in the background, isn't a main character as much.
Yeah.
But, I mean, we get a good long run with Bucky as Cap. And that freaking cybernetic arm does him some justice as Cap. It
really does. Cap. And I prefer him over, like I said, I prefer him over Falcon taking over. You know, I don't want to see him do it. He's not there, not that point, and he's not that, you know, substantial or important or that much of a key player to take over Captain America.
You just want to keep him as a backup character, as like a background character.
Keep him in the back flying around, and I'll call you when I need you. Type thing, you know?
I mean, and that's the thing, too. If you guys haven't if a lot of you guys that are listening have not read the comics lately, the current Captain America is Falcon.
Yeah.
He takes over after Steve Rogers is drained of his super soldier serum and rapidly ages.
Yep.
He hands it over to Falcon and introduces him as the new Cap. So he's in the comics, he's a badass Captain America. But at the same time, I think if we went from Bucky right away to maybe down the line in a couple movies, Bucky dies or something happens and Bucky wants to leave the role, and we put Sam Wilson, if we've established the character more, I don't think I'd mind. But as of right now, with him just being a background character that no one gives a shit about, really, if we put him in that role, I think it's a waste. We're gonna
people are gonna be like, "What the fuck? What are you doing?
You know,
Why?
When the hell?" And that's the thing. Normal people that don't read the comics don't know that in the comics Sam Wilson eventually becomes Cap. So they're going to be like, what the fuck is this?
Exactly.
When was Captain America ever Falcon? Come on.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I mean, a lot of people won't notice the transition to Winter Soldier because they're best friends, blah, blah, blah. They very similar builds and layouts for their bodies. I mean, all around they're very similar looking guys.
Yeah.
You could pull it off. I mean, obviously, Bucky's more of a badass than Cap is, but that's okay.
Absolutely. He's all jacked up on Mountain Dew.
All right, guys, so that's enough to talk about the Marvel Universe. We go on with about this crap for the whole damn podcast. But
absolutely. Absolutely.
All right, so the next thing we're going to talk about is the new news about the Men in Black making a new trilogy without the Big Daddy Will Smith, who basically made the 3 movies.
Yeah.
And I'm going to let the Will Smith lookalike right here lead us off on this one. What's your thoughts, Knight?
I'm torn. I'm in between. Do I want to see Will Smith back in that for the trilogy? Absolutely. Do I feel it'll really work without him? I don't feel that it will, but I'm open to see how they approach it. Because originally they were trying to do the reboot with the 22 Jump Street series and do the whole tie-in thing. I was like, what the fuck possessed them to do that? But I guess now they've realized how stupid that was and switched it off.
I am Jeff.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god.
So I'm like, to me, I don't think it's gonna work without Will Smith. Unless they put me in it, then we can figure something out.
We can figure something out. Yeah, look I had to go get a little bit, just a slight modification, some cosmetic surgery, but I'm still Jay.
Yeah, a little bit. Like it's me. Like it's me. It's your boy. It's like, okay, we can do that thing. So, but no, it's very interesting, and I'm open to see it. I'm not happy about it, but I'm open.
Okay, I mean, I agree with you. I'm not happy about it. I'm down for the new Men in Black because I want more. I love all three movies.
Yeah.
The third one was a little crazy, but I really enjoyed. But my favorite thing about Men in Black was Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones.
Oh, that dynamic was great.
They were. I mean, those guys bounce off each other better than most actors out there have ever done. I mean, and I know they were still more of a sci-fi comedy kind of role, but it worked. I mean, you could see
buddy cops.
Yeah, buddy cop, totally. And they killed it. And that's the thing. If they do go on like they're supposed to without Will Smith, I don't know how I'm going to feel about it. And if so, are they going to still get Tommy Lee Jones? And who the hell is going to bounce off him? I think anyone's going to be a letdown.
I feel like if they have to start off like completely, they'd have to recast both.
They would have like P and Z.
Exactly, completely random fucking people. It's like you can't have one without the other.
Yeah.
And so you have to completely recast. That's the only option at this point. If you start off younger for both, but still having Kay a little bit, like I said, older, but not so Tommy Lee Jones old, I believe it could work if they pull it off. So this would be interesting. Who would you think, besides me, for J and K, who would you see? Who would be the new age? Would you think we have to get somebody known, or would you go an unknown route?
Well, I think if we do it, period, we need to just drop those two characters and start fresh, like P and Z or whatever the hell letters they want to use. But to be honest, I think a couple.
But they won't.
Yeah, they're going to try to continue it on.
Yeah.
But, I mean, they might have to at least... I mean, maybe we'll get Tommy Lee Jones in some form. Maybe not as a full-on agent. Maybe taking over for Zed and becoming the new leader and Big Dog. You never know. I mean, but at the same time, I mean, it's such a hard choice. You'd want to have someone that you could feel they can get that kind of a demeanor where they can bounce off each other but still be serious.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it sounds kind of weird, but I'd be okay with Jim Carrey being one of them. I mean, it's a totally different way, totally different style. But if you put like Jim Carrey and oh shit, I don't even know, man. Another guy I would love to see as one of them, and a lot of people are gonna hate on me for this, but I love him as an actor. Owen Wilson. I love Owen Wilson as an actor. I mean, he does
what's going on, guys? We're gonna fight some aliens.
Yeah.
Wow.
Aliens are gonna walk up. What the hell's wrong with your nose?
Technology. We need to fix that.
Yeah, we can fix that. No trip. Hold on. Or maybe even like Luke Wilson. Luke Wilson's his brother. He's a down to earth actor. Right. He's still comical, but not over the top like Owen Wilson is. Yeah. But I would hate if they did someone like super serious, like Matthew McConaughey or some shit like that.
Oh God, that'd be the weirdest thing ever.
He'd be like, "Why don't we just go and take our shirts off?
We're gonna fight these aliens right here, you know? All right.
I'm from Texas and I love Texas, but let's go take our shirts off."
Him and Jared Leto. There you go.
Yeah, Jared
Men in Black.
Oh my God.
The new Men in Black. But
Jared Leto and Matthew McConaughey. Freebie right there, Men in Black. Use it.
Oh yeah, exactly.
But
that's hard, man.
It is. Who would you put if you had to choose at least one as just say one actor? You don't even have to go for the team. Who would be one actor you think could pull off a Men in Black character where they can sound intelligent but just still be funny?
Sound intelligent but still be funny. To be honest, if he has a good American accent, what's his name? The guy from Kingsman, the new kid.
Okay, yeah, I agree with you there. Yeah,
I can see it. If you can pull up a good American accent, he'd be good. Because he has a charm, he can do action, he's funny.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think who could play off for him, though. And he's a good black guy. Who's out there?
Ooh. Samuel L. Jackson. I know he's in fucking everything, but imagine those two together. Like, I know
they're yelling at aliens all the time.
Yeah. There's too many goddamn aliens in this goddamn spaceship.
Exactly, basically. I don't want to say Michael B. Jordan. I don't. No.
I don't see him as funny, really, from what he's done. I mean, I don't feel that he's got any comical bone in his body.
Yeah, no. When he tries, it just failed. I feel like we'd have to get an unknown.
Yeah.
A black guy.
Now, okay, I had one of my buddies actually told me, I asked who would be the most random new Men in Black character. Kevin Hart.
Oh my God. I would not be mad at that. I would not at all. Actually, fuck it. Kevin Hart. Kevin fucking Hart and Men in Black. Get somebody else who would play off comedically. I don't know, because that would be awesome.
Kevin Hart and Will Ferrell.
Oh my God. That would be the best. Men in Black. Getting harder. All
right. Well, obviously, this is a hard decision, but hey, those are some good ideas.
Yeah, no. But to be honest, I'm not gonna lie. I could see Kevin Hart taking that on. I won't lie.
I mean, he's huge right now.
Yeah, he can definitely headline that.
Yeah, everyone wants Kevin Hart in everything.
Yeah,
and they want a smart, comedian that can pull off timing but still act. Kevin Hart's a good actor. He really is.
Yeah. He is.
He's got great comedic timing. Like, one of my favorite Kevin Hart movies is going to be The Wedding Ringer.
Oh, I just watched that the first time not too long ago.
Dude, that movie is fucking dope. It was so funny. Bick Mitchum. So, but I'm Bick Mitchum and I love candy. If anyone has a problem, you tell them Bick Mitchum sent you.
Exactly. Oh my God. That was a funny ass movie. That was really funny.
I mean, imagine those two. Kevin Hart and was it Josh Gad? Yeah. See,
I'm not a fan of Josh Gad.
I mean, I liked him in that aspect, but in that aspect, he wasn't like a very outgoing character. He was more of like sit behind Kevin Hart and take a ride.
Yeah.
I don't know if I like him individually, but I mean, they play off each other well.
Yeah. Oh my God. Actually, if they were to play off that dynamic of young and old, you have Kevin Hart, and you can either have like the old veteran, but who can still do comedy. But grunt, my first would be either Bryan Cranston or the guy from Better Call Saul.
Yeah.
The bald head guy.
Yeah.
He's really good. But I'd do Bryan Cranston before him, though.
Yeah, Bryan Cranston would be funny.
That would be awesome.
Oh,
and it could be complete. You would never expect those two to work together and be like, these are partners. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
And we know Bryan Cranston can be funny as hell.
I mean, it would give us almost that Lethal Weapon kind of feel.
It would.
It would, because you got the very, very different, dark but still kind of weird, serious role out of Bryan Cranston, and get the funny, I don't give a fuck kind of aspect from Kevin Hart.
Exactly. Exactly. That will work. I'm pitching it right now. Yeah. Send it over to somebody.
Yeah, copyright the night. You got to pay him when you get that right.
Hey, pay both of us, man. We came up with it. Both of us. We get the rights.
Yep. And we get to cameo.
Yes.
I mean, I don't care if I'm just standing in the background picking my damn nose in the middle of the video. I want to be in that shit.
We have to have words.
Yeah, well, I'm going to say, damn, dude, look at this thing.
It's alive. It's a new species. Oh, shit.
Oh, God. All right. We'll go on to the next one, guys. So, in a recent interview, Hugh Jackman, because we all know Hugh Jackman is leaving the Wolverine role after how many years? 11 years?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, everyone's sad about it. I'm destroyed about it. Hugh Jackman is Wolverine. Yes. Mm-hmm. Just the same way that Robert Downey Jr. is Iron Man. You can never see anyone else in Hugh Jackman's shoes.
Nope.
So it was asked in an interview, Hugh Jackman was asked, who would you pick to take over as Wolverine now that you're hanging up the claws after your final movie? And he actually said, I would like to see my friend Tom Hardy get a chance at it. I think he could pull off the character. So, me personally, I think this is freaking phenomenal. This is an awesome idea. If you know Wolverine as a character, he is a short, stocky dude.
Exactly.
He is. I mean, he's not... Hugh Jackman's a tall-ass dude. The way that they shot all the movies to make him look a little bit shorter, but you could still tell he was taller in a lot of shots.
Oh, absolutely.
And
he almost didn't get the part for that.
Yeah. I mean, and that's the thing. I mean, the original casting for Wolverine wasn't even Hugh Jackman. It was Russell Crowe.
Russell Crowe.
Yep. And Russell Crowe had a scheduling conflict, couldn't do it, and he said, why don't you guys check out my friend Hugh Jackman?
Yep.
So, I mean, Wolverine's already been suggested by an actor that was supposed to get it. Why not do it a second time?
Yeah.
Give it to Tom Hardy. We obviously know he has not signed on with DC like he was going to with Rick Flag.
Yep.
I know he's waiting for a bigger role. Why not take Marvel's biggest role ever? Because they push, I mean, Fox pushes this character more than any other character. And I know that's where they're trying to go with Gambit now, is trying to make Channing Tatum be the new headliner. But put Tom Hardy in there, fuck Channing Tatum. He gets his one movie and then join the X-Men.
Both. These two, right here. Those two, right there, man.
But, I mean, what do you think about it? What do you think about Tom Hardy as
I absolutely love it. I think that is the best second-hand choice outside of Hugh Jackman that you're going to get. And Tom Hardy, one, he's a phenomenal actor. He's a whole method actor. Yep. He completely embodies the roles that he goes into. We know he can put on the mass and muscle. He completely changes his body up for any role, so he can get shredded. He's a perfect height. He's a perfect, already, without being any catch, just as himself, he's that I'm that scruffy, badass, I don't give a shit, don't fuck with me type of mentality. And that's something that really fits perfect with the role, and he can have that range of acting to completely, justify that character. And we've seen that before, because he's already played and is lining up to play many more iconic people. He's done Bane. He's done Mad Max.
Yeah.
He's gonna line up to be Elton John.
Yeah.
He's doing a new DC, that 99 Bullets or something like that.
99 Bullets.
And it's like he's gonna be Sam Splinter Cell.
Yeah, and he's also playing the twins, the monster
twins.
Yeah.
Yep. So it's like he already knows how to do and handle iconic roles and people. So why not give him this, the truly definitive? Because like I said, we need somebody more A-list and stand out to carry Marvel than Channing Tatum.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'll be damned if that happens. And I'll even take right now Deadpool, Ryan Reynolds, before Channing Tatum. I'm sealed.
And yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm with you right there. I would take Deadpool as the leading man.
Yes.
Like, take Ryan Reynolds. I mean, he could do it. He's a leading man. He's pulled off franchises before.
Yep.
He's upheld characters, and this character he feels better about than, like, he's more intuitive, and this is a freaking passionate character that he's all about going into Deadpool. Ryan Reynolds I would totally take. I agree with you completely with Channing Tatum. To me personally, until I hear Channing Tatum with that accent, I don't believe it. Like, you look at him and you look at what he's done in his past, that is not Gambit. There is no way, I don't care how fucking good you think you are, I don't see the voice. And that's the main thing. If you come in there talking American and just like, he needs to have that freaking Louisiana kind of accent.
I'm telling you, bet money right now, they're not going to have the accent. 100%. I wholeheartedly believe that. Mark my words, they will not have the accent in that movie. Because Fox and Marvel, they do not do accent-based characters, and the people that don't have the accents.
Yep. And that's what I'm worried about. I mean, you can't get Gambit without Moshari and a little bit of Cajun flair.
Exactly.
I mean, and if he says like one or two little fucking phrases, I'm gonna be pissed.
Yeah, and Channing Tatum can't pull off accents right now. So if they do, he better be working his ass off.
Well, Channing Tatum's actually he I think he grew up in Louisiana. He's actually has a Cajun background, and when the movie was pitched, like he was the one that pushed forward and told Fox, "I want to be Gambit. That's it. I want to be your new leading man."
Yeah, because he needs a franchise.
Yeah. 22 Jump Street's already gone through 22 Jump Street, and at the end they showed all the sequels.
Yep.
So
exactly.
That's
so
just dead.
No more. Yeah, and we know G.I. Joe didn't do shit. They killed him off in the second one, so he's all right.
Within like 5 minutes of the second movie.
Exactly. Yeah. I was like, ooh, because I was like, we got The Rock. We don't need you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah. You're gone. Peace.
Exactly. So but tying it back to Hardy, I think that's perfect. You know, and to be honest, we even got a little glimpse of that in Mad Max.
Yeah.
That's kind of almost
that berserker rage kind of thing. He could pull off the anger, the rage,
the attitude. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, and I like you said, he is a method actor. He's an amazing actor. He could play any role out there. And so I could see him really going into the deepness of Wolverine because he's more than just chop you up and bub and cigars and bitches, and that's he's more than that.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I mean, one thing that we never truly got from Hugh Jackman as Wolverine is, I mean, he always had that thing for Jean Grey. Okay, we got that. We got that in there. That was okay. That was good.
Yeah.
But I want more of Wolverine who really does fight for Jean and says fuck Cyclops and jumps right in there and tries to like get with her in front of this full.
Yeah.
I mean, i.e., look at the X-Men animated cartoon series. Like he was up in that. He was ready to like tap that ass right there.
He didn't care at all. Nope.
Yeah. And I know going into the newer movies, they're going to try to stick with the all-young cast. So we're going to get Sophie Turner from Game of Thrones as Jean Grey.
That'll be weird.
From now on. So that would be kind of weird.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I always wanted. I wanted the real, like, go at it, the real relationship that they actually did develop that we never really got. We touched on it, and then Cyclops, hey, what do you need? I'm like, fuck you. Get out of here.
I'm cock-blocking.
Yeah, bitch.
Nobody likes you anyway.
I was like, let him whip it out and see whose is bigger. And then she chooses.
Exactly. And Cyclops gonna be out, man.
No, but, I mean, I would like to see a lot of characters, but, I mean, in the new movies, I think Tom Hardy would fit right in. I mean, obviously he'd be a younger-looking Wolverine.
Yeah.
But they can doll that up and fix it up. I mean...
Oh, yeah. But
they can
I
make
like
it
that. Keep it younger.
Yeah.
You know, a little bit, you know? And I feel, and I hope with this last movie they go a lot more brutal and go to roots. But I feel like with Tom Hardy, and now with Deadpool paving the way, like I said, if this last Wolverine movie doesn't do it first, I feel like we need to establish, and with Tom Hardy we have a bigger chance, a rated R Wolverine movie. You know?
I agree with that. And another thing with them even thinking Tom Hardy, I think we need him, but we need a like fully costumed Tom Hardy. Like none of this, oh, let's tease it at the end of the Wolverine movie.
Yeah.
That he might have a costume and he never fucking puts it on.
Yep.
Really? Are you freaking kidding me? Even in the future he didn't wear the damn mask.
I know.
I was pissed.
At least they didn't have leather though.
Yeah.
It wasn't leather in the future.
Yeah, it looked closer, but shit,
More
man.
tactical. Yeah.
I was like, one of these fucking times he's gonna put that damn mask on already.
Yeah.
Or I'm gonna stab somebody. I'm gonna Wolverine Berserker your fucking face until you put it on.
Well, because they probably don't agree of covering the Star's face like the whole. But it's like.
But that's what I'm saying. If we do get this, if Tom Hardy does take over, I would love to see Tom Hardy join Deadpool, join Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, God.
Join Psylocke, join some other characters, and make an X-Force movie.
Yeah.
I mean, even if we don't have him in the regular X-Men continuity, do X-Force.
Yeah. You
can keep his ass, like, in X-Force in the comics, he's covered most of the time.
Yeah.
They're always
Focus on the
missions.
whole Weapon X thing, man. Like, I don't want to see another movie where, I can't remember flashback, X-Men.
Yeah.
Show me, it's like, show me focus on an era like they did with the Wolverine. Focus on a storyline, bang that out, and keep it going. So if you do Weapon X, you have all that.
Yeah, live in the present.
Yes, exactly. Stick to it. Don't flash back and remember it, amnesia, and it's all whatever the fuck. And just like, you know?
And see, like, I mean, still on Wolverine, since we're in there, the new Wolverine movie, the last time Hugh Jackman's going to rock the claws, is going to be Old Man Logan.
That's what they're saying.
Yeah, so
I'm with it.
I'm down. I mean, if you guys don't know Old Man Logan, it's really touched on. If you go read the comic, but
no Hulk though.
Yeah, no Hulk. But I mean, unfortunately, but what happens in Old Man Logan is basically Wolverine is tricked by basically all the supervillains out there attack the world all at the same time, destroying all kinds of freaking superheroes.
He murders everybody.
And so this one villain pops into his head and makes him imagine that all the X-Men in the X-Mansion are all the fucking villains. So he just chops everyone to bits, and then they take the X off his head, and it's all the X-Men and all the kids he was protecting and everything. So he goes into exile and says, I'm never going to pop these claws again. I mean, Old Man Logan is an awesome story, so if they are going that way, I can't wait to see the brutal killing scene.
Yeah.
And I want to see Scott Summers there. I want to see Gene. I want to see him chop everyone the fuck up.
Yep. and don't do a thing where it's like, off camera, show a picture, dead on the floor. What? No, show that bitch getting gutted.
Yeah.
And show the next person getting stabbed.
I mean,
that's Wolverine.
Like where we got to see all the X-Men die in Days of Future Past by the Sentinels.
Yes.
I want to see him chop fucking Colossus's dome off.
Yep.
I want to see him stab Iceman in the face.
Yeah.
I was like, man, bring back Anna Paquin, have him chop her damn head off.
Absolutely. Just mow down everybody.
Yeah, I want to see blood. I want his ass being drenched.
Yep. Rip Xavier's spine out. So it's just
but at the same time, in that storyline where he's living out there and the Hulks are harassing his family. Yeah, too bad that can't happen. So I don't know what they're gonna do with the whole desert thing.
They're probably gonna do some shit like throw the Blob in there or something like that.
Because they can't bring in Hawkeye. Hawkeye was a big part of that story.
Nope.
Blind Hawkeye.
It's so dumb. I hate this copyright and.
Pull your heads out of your asses and sign some damn contracts.
You're talking about success and business and money. You're losing a lot of it by doing this stupidness with rights and all that. It's like,
It's already written great. It's already one of the greatest Wolverine stories. Don't fuck it up.
Yeah, like, what? No, like, you already said okay with Spider-Man, but, no, get Wolverine in there. Yeah. Like, you know how much I'd give just to see Hugh Jackman and Robert Downey Jr. just have a scene together? That's all I want. That's all I want.
I want to see the Hulk and Wolverine go at it.
Oh
my God! Just a brutal fight out in the wilderness.
Amazing.
Oh my God.
Amazing. The Fox and Marvel need to get it together.
Yeah. Heads, asses out now.
Yes, exactly. So it's like, yeah, if they go Old Man, I really want it to be all out.
Yeah, true to the story.
Yeah. That's one of the things I loved about the Wolverine. He's actually killing people. Oh my God, there's actually blood on his claws.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Unlike the X-Men movies where he's just like, shing, and it's perfectly clean silver.
Yes. Not a drop. Not a drop of anything. I'm like, that's not true, actually. But okay. Got it.
Their clothes pulled off all the blood as he pulled it out?
Yeah, when he pulled back, the blood cleaned off the rest of the blood from the bodies.
The really cool thing, though, if we do get Tom Hardy and we do get more Wolverine going on, with Deadpool coming in. Now, Deadpool in the movie, Lorena Baccarin, who's also in Gotham and all these other damn shows.
Yeah, she's in everything now.
Yeah, she's huge right now. She's playing Wade Wilson's wife. Who
is it, like Mimic or what's her name?
Copycat.
Copycat, there you go.
So Copycat's powers, she's basically like an overloaded super Mystique.
Yeah.
Because Mystique can imitate anyone, as we saw in the first Wolverine or the first X-Men movie.
Mm-hmm.
where she turned into Wolverine. But when he went to hit her claws broke right off and it hurt her. Whereas Copycat can mimic you on a cellular level, and she can create adamantium claws. I would love to see them fight. Holy shit.
That'd be awesome.
I want to see
be awesome.
Copycat versus him, and oh my god, that shit would be crazy.
Yep.
Oh my god, or she could turn into Colossus and cover herself in metal plates.
Exactly, and
it's bring it, son.
That would be perfect, just to see Hardy and Ryan Reynolds just playing off of each other. Please do a Weapon X or something. Oh god.
And if they did Weapon X, you know what they could do? Or if they did X-Force, because we're already getting Archangel.
Yep.
So we've got another X-Force member. All we need is an X-23.
Yep.
And from there, bring out from X-23 and that whole team together, have them fight like Omega Red.
That would be interesting.
Like
Lady Deathstrike and...
Yeah. We can have... There's so many amazing villains that you can do for Weapon X. Yeah. I mean, we could get a real Sabretooth. I mean, I like the original more than the new one, but the new one had some aspects I wish the original one had.
Yeah.
And I wish they weren't brothers. I wish he was really his freaking dad like he is.
That's crowd.
I was like, get the fuck out of here. Really? Come on. You're killing me. X-Men Origins Wolverine still fucking haunts me to this day.
Yeah.
Baraka Pool. I see that shit all the time.
So stupid. Hey. Oh, God.
Speaking of Deadpool, I want him to... The after credit scene for Deadpool, they need to have him chop off Baraka Pool's head.
Oh, yeah. Or mention it or something.
Yeah, something.
Some type of tie-in or something. Because he did it with Green Lantern. I was like, awesome.
Yeah.
Good job. Throw in Blade while you're at it.
Yeah.
No.
Well, have you heard... I mean, while Blade was brought
up. Wesley, absolutely.
Yeah, you heard about Wesley Snipes talking to Marvel about maybe doing a Netflix show for Blade.
See, that's the thing. A movie... like, I'm down to see you do it because you're Blade. I get it.
And he is Blade.
He is Blade. Yeah, I'd much rather do Netflix. I feel like that would be perfect if they did Netflix.
Yep.
That way you can kind of introduce him or tease him in Daredevil maybe, and then introduce the whole,
have Daredevil run into a vampire.
Yeah,
or Morbius.
Awesome. Yeah, yep. Oh, God. Morbius. So it's like that would be a perfect thing for him. Because Wesley Snipes, he's still in relatively good shape. You know, the player and all that.
Yeah.
Good. Cool. It'll be a lot of stunt doubles too with him, but it's all right because he's diva-ish. But I'd be down with it. That would be awesome. You can be brutal, gore, have fun.
Now, while we're on this subject about Netflix right here, what do you think about Jessica Jones so far?
I could give two shits about Jessica Jones.
Really?
I still don't... And maybe it's just me. I just don't get the relevance why it's important we need her. Like, I feel like there's so many other Marvel, heroines that you can adapt.
Yeah.
But Jessica Jones, I get it because the whole Luke Cage thing, we have to tie in something. But I'm like, no. I don't care about her at all.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, she came out in like 2001. She's an okay character, but I think they're just trying to do it more at the street level without being too badass. I mean, in Jessica Jones, she can fly. She has super strength. She used to be a superhero. I actually recently did the history of Jessica Jones on my channel.
Yeah.
So I'm all about talking about Jessica Jones and people just because she has a very checkered past, and they want that super dark, gritty feel. They want it to be darker than Daredevil. And with her and like David Tennant cast as Purple Man, I'm thinking we're gonna see it. And if they stick true to the comics are fucked up.
Yeah.
Like David Tennant, Purple Man as a character, Ebeziah Kilgrave, he can make you think you want whatever he wants you to think. So he makes, like in one of the comics, one of the most fucked up scenes is Jessica Jones is standing there. She walks into this bar, and this dude's like, these two guys are boxing. They're just brawling, and Purple Man's just standing there watching, and he's making these dudes fight and just enjoying his dinner, and he's just sitting there eating a steak and shit. And she walks in, and he's like, hey. he locks onto her, takes control of her, and says, like, get naked. Like, the first fucking thing he tells her to take her clothes off.
Wow.
And so she's getting ready to do it, and then the cops roll up, and so he said, hold on, take care of them first. and then she goes and kills all the cops and destroys all the cops.
Wow.
And then he takes her back for the next 8 months. He keeps her under mind control. Takes her back to his place. Makes her get naked. Stand there in like just a t-shirt with her titties like hanging out and everything. And says... And he goes down, grabs these 2 college girls, takes control of them, brings them in and has them have sex with each other, have sex with him, and makes her stand there and watch and want to be part of it, but he never lets her do it, just to torture her.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, her story is fucked up.
Well, if they do stuff like that, I might be open to watch it.
But I mean, it's just jacked up.
Yeah, and it's...
But I agree with you. Totally agree. There's so many more characters we could have pulled in.
Yeah, I'll check it out just because it's Netflix and Marvel, and they're so far on a hot streak, so I'll check it out. Yeah. Just like I'm not excited about Luke Cage. Like I'm like, oh, okay.
We get a Black Captain America now.
Yeah, like we got
basically what it is.
Barton Locke on Netflix now. Okay, cool.
I'm excited for him, but I'm not at the same time because it's the same kind of power set we've seen before. Just another character that has it.
A strong man, all right.
Yeah, strong man, bulletproof. That's really all it is. And it's cool and all, but it's not at the same time. It's a street level version of Captain America.
Yeah,
and that's all this team is that they're building on Netflix is street level versions of everyone.
Yeah, and that's why instead of Luke Cage, I just would have much rather. Well, you can't do it because he's being introduced in, I guess, a bad guy in Daredevil, but I would love to see Punisher take on for Netflix.
And Punisher they are in talks with him about doing his own show. Because Punisher is coming in as a villain, but then eventually is going to do what he did in the comics. He started off trying to kill Spider-Man, and then eventually started being a good guy, and instead of just doing shit for money, he started taking out the guys that need to be punished.
Yeah.
And I'm excited for the casting of Punisher too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's great. Yeah. I'll take that.
If he's anything like Shane when he played as Shane from Walking Dead, crazy fucking over the top.
A lot of rubbing heads.
You gotta rub your damn head all day long.
Wash your hair. Shit, wash your head. What's wrong with you?
All that damn dandruff.
Exactly.
Well, we got a little off topic, but we talked about a lot of awesome things. But let's get to the next one, guys. So, Batman v Superman has got its PG-13 rating. What do you think about that? And do you think it could have ever been an R? And if not, why?
What I think about it is, it's expected. Do you think we'll ever get an R-rated, not with Superman involved?
Boy Scout.
Absolutely. Boy Scout, pansy, lame superhero. Sorry, Superman fans. You already know my take on them. But, yeah, I'm not surprised about the rating at all. Because I feel like it can get to the amount of dark without crossing that threshold to making people mad, I guess you can say. But it's definitely a darker take on it. It's definitely a different Batman. He's much darker. He's apparently killing people, which I'm down with because even in the trailer, he's snapping a man's neck. So I'm like, okay, well, sure. And I don't mind that at all because let him do it. He's a goddamn Batman. He's in comic books. He's killed before, not a lot, but it's happened.
At the starting of his comic book career, he used to rock a gun and shoot people.
Exactly. He's sitting at pistol like I'm Batman.
But all these people that were fans in the 80s and 90s are going to be like, fuck, dude, he doesn't kill anyone. What the hell are you doing?
Exactly. So it's like, I'm down for that, but I don't think we'll ever get a rated R rating as long as Superman's involved. Batman can get close. I don't know what Ben Affleck has planned for his movies when he makes them. I'd love to see a rated R Batman, but I don't think we're necessarily going to get it because with everything, and for anyone watching who knows my videos, fucking kids take away and destroy everything. Well, it's to do things for kids. We have to water down things for kids. We have to make money for kids. No, keep kids' movies with kids' movies. Keep adult-based comic books, how they're supposed to be in dark comic books, for adults.
I agree there. Like, give the kids Batman and Robin, where it was made to sell toys.
Exactly.
But the new Batman is for adults. Get the fuck out of here.
Yes! Batman's for adults. Wolverine's for adults. Deadpool's for adults. Like, they're separated for a reason.
Yeah, you wouldn't take your 2-year-old to watch Deadpool and watch him cuss every other word.
Yeah, you want colorful Batman, cartoony superhero stuff? That's what the Anime 4 is on TV on your Saturday morning. Enjoy. But it's like, don't water us down because you want to appeal to kids. That's not the material. You know? So
especially if you're going to Frank Miller story.
Yes.
There's no
absolutely. Point. The Dark Knight Returns, Batman's popping people off like crazy. He's like, I'm old. I don't care. I'm wreaking havoc and effing shit up right now.
I've saved y'all enough. I'm going to kill some motherfuckers now.
Exactly. Like that, the whole fight with, and even in the animated film that they did with Dark Knight Returns, that was a brutal graphic novel.
Yeah.
Even with him and the Joker scenes alone, I was like, damn, this is disturbing.
Yeah.
Like how graphic this is. And I loved it.
Yep.
Can't do that for film though.
Yeah. They gotta aim it at everyone instead of who the target audience should be. Just because the name Batman's in there. And we've had movies like Batman and Robin. We've had very, very campy, over-the-top, ridiculous movies like that. So now forever, Batman is stuck being a kid-friendly movie.
Yeah, it's the studio's fault, man. And I blame the studios. I blame the censorship. I blame how, how kind of sheltered, this society is as far as like our entertainment. And, what we see as, it's a comic book. Like, don't take it so damn serious. It's a comic book. That's the source material. It's just creative art. Don't get so, it's too violent, it's too this, your kid shouldn't be there in the first place.
Yep.
So it's like, because of that, and moms in society of violence, and this, that, we're in the society and age we are now, and it's sad.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, like we were saying, Batman is a darker character. But because of how he's been portrayed in media and cartoons and all this other shit, kids love him, and that's great. I mean, it's the future. That's the future fans of comic book characters.
Yeah,
and that's great and all. But what about the target audience? The target audience should be your main focus. And if you make your target audience children, then it doesn't really matter if the fucking story is horrible or if it's crappy writing, and it doesn't, because kids are gonna go and they're gonna be, dude, it's Batman. It's fucking cool.
Yeah.
Like, I know a bunch of little kids that went and saw Fantastic Four, the new one, the Fan Four Stick, and they think it's the greatest fucking movie in the world. You gotta understand, we grew up with Keaton Batman. We grew up with Kilmer as Batman. He was okay, but at the same time, all the new generation, it's Christian Bale or nothing. Because that's who they grew up with. And the next generation is gonna be Ben Affleck as Batman or nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, unfortunately, that's where we're going. But I mean, you got to think it. The people that are like the kids that are like 10 or 11 are going to grow up for the next like 8 to 10 years with Ben Affleck as Batman.
Unless we school them, we have to school them.
I know. I bring up Keaton to everyone, and like Keaton's still my favorite Batman. Like, I like Christian Bale.
Always Bale.
I like Bale, but he's not my favorite.
Yeah.
I mean, Bale was a different type of Batman. Clooney was fucking horrible. I wish I could erase Clooney from my damn memory.
Well, Clooney was a horrible Batman. To me, he's still the perfect Bruce Wayne.
He is a great Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
I've always said that. He is a good Bruce Wayne. He really is. Perfect, down-to-earth, calm, very collected. But at the same time, when he puts on the fucking cowl and he talks the same way as he does Bruce Wayne, you're just like, dude, just shut the fuck up.
Hey, Freeze.
Shut
up.
Batman. So, hi, Freeze. I'm Batman.
Hey,
you want my back credit card? Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, my
Clooney.
God. Never leave the cave without it.
Oh, my God.
God.
Oh, my God.
Well, like, even to me, like, Christian Bale to me, for what we've had cinematically, is like the definitive Batman to me. Michael, who to this day was able to successfully portray both aspects of the character. You know, with me, it was either George Clooney, Batman, no. Bruce Wayne, yes. Val Kilmer, Bruce Wayne, no. Batman, yeah.
Yeah, he did okay.
Keaton, Batman, yes. Bruce Wayne, I felt absolutely fucking not. And that was just me.
Yeah, those movies focused more on Batman as a character more than they did the Bruce Wayne aspect. I mean, we still got Wayne touches here and there.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Michael Keaton definitely was not the iconic Bruce Wayne.
Not at all. That's like, what is this?
We have yet to have, Christian Bale's probably, like you say, probably the closest to definitively being both characters.
Yeah.
I like him as Bruce Wayne. I still get more of that I'm a snobby piece of shit like he needs to be. I mean, Bruce Wayne can be a douche.
Yeah, he can be. That's fine. You know?
But, I mean, at the same time, I loved his portrayal of Batman. I think he was an awesome Batman. Yeah. I really liked him as Batman. Aside from the growl, he was a good Batman. I mean, I'm still like on the big nostalgia kick. I grew up with Keaton, and my two favorite movies growing up were Batman and Batman Returns.
Yeah.
I love those damn movies.
Yeah.
And still to this day, I think Batman Returns wasn't just Batman. It was the villains made both of those movies what they were.
Oh, yeah.
They had A-list stars that killed it as these fucking villains. Yep. And still today have some of the best performances of these villains. Mm-hmm. I mean, at the same time, like we were talking about the rating for Batman v Superman, I feel that it's an okay one. But like you said, if a dark story from Frank Miller, who has some of the darkest fucking stories ever written for that character, it needs to stay in that dark aspect. I think it would have been better as a rated R, but I know why it didn't.
Yeah. And it's like, visually, Zack Snyder can capture the darkness, but as far as story and execution, I don't think they'll touch it. As far as that. They'll dab into it to do a little doop type thing, but they won't dive into that. You know?
Alright. Well, enough with Batman. Let's get into, some people are saying that Star Wars Episode 7 is going to be the greatest Star Wars movie ever made. Now, this is a big freaking statement for any Star Wars fan. Could be great. We're finally going back to realistic effects versus CG.
Thank God.
And that was the charm and the really big thing that made the first three movies amazing. The only complaints, I wouldn't say, never mind, not the only complaints. There's a lot of complaints about the prequels to me, but a lot of people grew up with them. Just like we were talking about Batman, everyone has their Keaton Batman and their Bale Batman. We all grew up with, I grew up with the original Star Wars.
Yeah.
I grew up in the 80s. I watched all the original Star Wars, loved those damn movies since I was a kid. And then the prequels, the first one, the Darth Maul fight, I liked certain things on the first one. I liked Darth Maul. Ray Parks was awesome as Darth Maul.
I love Darth Maul.
I loved Liam Neeson as Qui-Gon Jinn.
The best part of the whole trilogy. Yeah.
Awesome. I didn't really dig, in the other movies, in the other prequels, I didn't dig the CG Yoda.
Oh.
The Yoda fight scenes with Dooku were, cool, but they were...
Well, yeah, besides when he was fighting, that was cool.
Yeah, that was cool. I mean, we got to actually see him do something.
Yeah. Do all that shit and then go back to a cane. I was like, what?
How are you a badass and then go back to a gimp?
Yeah, I was like, all right.
I mean, there was aspects of the prequels that were good. But there was horrible parts, like Hayden Christensen. Fuck my life. All right, I hate that guy.
God, he might come back.
I know. Fuck me.
Yeah, exactly.
But what are your thoughts on this statement?
I think it's a bit premature. Because it's the same thing. Everyone was excited for the prequels. It's gonna be the best thing. And then look what happened. I'm waiting to reserve all judgment until I actually see the movie. It's too early. Just because we have practical effects, just because we have J.J. Abrams, and because we have the original cast, I can understand the magic and then being excited because the nostalgia is there. So just like, oh my god, it's gonna be the best thing ever. Hold on for a minute. Like, just sit back, see what happens. Don't get too ahead of yourself. Just because, we have the original pieces, it doesn't mean it's going to be amazing. We don't know the extent of how long they're in the movie. We don't know what their role is and what's happening. There's already, rumors of twists and turns and certain people roles changing and people having kids and who's this and who's that. So we don't know the extent of the original players right now. Granted, Abrams is a good director. That's not a doubt within, my mind. But I think it's too early to make that claim. I don't think anybody's in that position to say that, especially if we haven't seen the movie.
Yeah.
And you can't take it on somebody who's made the movie, because everyone who ever makes a movie says it's the best of something.
Yeah. And
it ends up being...
People, like the director of Daredevil said that Daredevil was awesome. We all know how that shirt turned out.
Exactly. See, and
but
I'm sure he felt the same about Ghost Rider too.
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh, it's so amazing. It's so well done. No, it's not.
No. Amazing piece of shit.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
I mean, at the same time, I'm right there with you. It's too early to say that shit. It's too early to call something the best when you know that the best of these movies are freaking epic, and they're some of the best movies ever to come out.
Yep.
And they, like, you go on, like, 90% of people's top 10 lists, they're in there.
Yep.
For, like, the best trilogy ever. That original trilogy, 4, 5, and 6, are there. About 90% of people. I mean, there are the 10% who, or actually, let's break it down this way. There are about 7% that never saw Star Wars. Mm. And then there's about 3% that just hate sci-fi.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I could be off of my percentages, but shit, man. I mean, the original movies had the magic and everything that you were saying. Bringing back the original cast doesn't mean the magic's still going to be there.
Yeah.
We're looking at a whole new generation that's going to be watching this. Yes, all of us old people and the people that grew up with them are going to be watching it. But we watched the prequels. What happened there? Like I said, with that whole Batman of over the years thing, same thing with Star Wars. I know people that are a little bit younger than me that grew up with those ones and never got into the old ones until they saw the prequels.
Yeah. And
they think the prequels are crap, or the old ones.
I feel sorry for them.
I know. You had a shitty childhood, but
absolutely. Yes,
I mean, those movies, if you sit down and watch them, are amazing films, especially for the time period that they were made in.
Yeah.
But there's some people that no matter what happens, they're so used to CGI everything and everything being crazy special effects. When they see a movie that had realistic effects, they just think, "Oh, this is shit. I can't even watch this." Dude, take some fucking time and listen to the character development, get into these characters, grow with these people before you make a judgment.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's the magic of it all, man.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing. Star Wars is one of the biggest movie franchises to ever exist.
Yeah.
And it also has probably one of the biggest followings. Plus one of the most critical followings for fan bases. If something is off,
I'd not say if not the.
Yeah. You know? It's very hard to find people that are more critical against the products that you put out as Star Wars fans. Star Wars fans are super critical crybabies. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a big baby when it comes to the Star Wars stuff. Let's get it out there. Let's see how it does. Because you never know. Episode 8 could come right after that and destroy Episode 7.
Yeah.
So we have to wait till this is completed. We will be ending this series for the most part for the original story and the 9 series. That's what was written. Nine movies were written originally. And so George Lucas originally wrote 9 movies. He started with 4, 5, and 6 because those were the ones that were technologically he was able to do. He could not accomplish 1 through 3 because of the sheer magnitude of how the specs needed to be, and they just didn't have it at the time period.
Yeah.
Also couldn't do 7, 8, and 9 without establishing these characters. So, if you guys ever wondered why they were done out of order, that's why.
Yeah, that's always wondered. I was like, why would you? Okay, all right.
Because it just starts off episode 4. You're like,
yeah,
what the fuck is it?
Why? I'm lost. Who taught this man math? But yeah, I just think it's early. It's too early to tell. Do I think the movie will be good? I do. Actually, because it looks beautiful. First of all, like I have to say that it has great actors, good director. Like I said, the magic is still there. The practical effects.
They built a full-size Millennium Falcon.
Yeah, and put a tumbler underneath that. I like that. Got a little Batmobile in there. I like that. But yeah, it's definitely going to be a great movie, and it's definitely going to crush as far as like records and money. Absolutely. But to call it the best, I can't say that. You know, and I don't think anybody can. Like I said, I just think right now it's just nostalgia speaking, and that's all anyone's really going off of.
Yeah. Well said. But guys, with that is going to bring our podcast to a close. So this is Nerd Logic Podcast, episode number 10, with my man, The Knight.
Yes, my brother. Thank you for having me, man. This was a really good time.
No problem, guys.
Not a bad first time, man.
Yeah, hey.
You walked me through it. Thank you.
It was a good one. It was fun. We're going to have The Knight back for sure. It was a lot of fun. Maybe next time we'll have some other topics going on too, and I'll bring him back for some really controversial, crazy shit.
Yes. I love those, so yes.
But guys, so yeah, make sure to, like I said before, go down in the description down below. We'll have all the Knight's information. Go down there, check the Knight's channel out, give him that like, subscribe, tell him Nerds Mariah sent you, and tell him you heard him on the podcast. And one thing, guys, I know the Knight's really big on this. Let's get the Knight on movie fights. So make sure to go on to Screen Junkies YouTube page, social media, and say you want the Knight on movie fights. We're getting this dude on movie fights.
Yes, thank you. Yes, and that's been going pretty well. Thank you guys so far who have been actually reaching out and telling that you want me on the show. It's really been helping. So yes, keep it up. Thank you.
Keep it up. All right, guys. So thank you very much for tuning in. Make sure you guys hit that like, thumbs up button on this video. Subscribe to both of our channels, and make sure you keep up with everything that we put out all the time, guys. So thank you very much for tuning in. We will see you guys next time on another Nerd Logic podcast. Peace out. Hey, guys, if you like what you saw and you want to see more, make sure you go click that big, sexy subscribe button. And I will see you guys next time right here on Nerds Merized.